Alrighty, we are here with another video. I'm actually working on two different videos right now. I'm trying to catch up on some of these. First of all, fuck you, Phil, because the whole copyright strike thing. I'm on Odyssey right now to have to watch some Snort Hogan's and Duty Streams videos, the older ones, because I had them in tabs open ready to film this video. And I go to film them, and they're all gone. And I'm like, what the hell happened? Well, either DSP himself, or in my opinion, TSP gets one of his stupid-ass henchmen to do the dirty work for him in his name. And yeah, so a bunch of people have had to lose their channels now because of this idiot can't handle any kind of criticism whatsoever. But that's a whole nother thing right now. And then he recently did show his, supposedly his not his blocking history, his copyright strike history. And it pretty much shows that he did take down Dark Dave Mears and Raw DSP. So again, go fuck yourself, Phil. Anyway, so I got, I think, 3 or 4 videos for this first one. They should be pretty short, but you know how I go. Sometimes they go a little long. This one's just a really quick little one. And as a callback to one of my first videos about how DSP is a bigot and everything. And I found this short little video I don't think I went over in the first one, so I just wanted to really quickly touch base on it.
Tell you, drip. Snort. I got the drip.
February, the first game I'm interested in, Hogwarts Legacy, comes out February 10th. Yes, I can confirm with all of you.
Obviously, this is a little while ago, so forgive me, but this is just like a quick little callback.
I'm very interested in playing Hogwarts Legacy. No, I'm not going to get into political discourse about how J.K. Rowling apparently gets into arguments with trans people and stuff.
Gets into arguments, yeah. More.
I don't give a shit about any of that. I'm not part of that.
More like she preaches hatred and ignorance against the trans community. It's not like she gets into arguments, but
you know, I want to enjoy a game at face value for what it is and enjoy the Harry Potter universe. I've never played a Harry Potter game before, so this would be my first opportunity to do so. I absolutely am not going to involve myself with this bullshit. I absolutely refuse. And I'll just tell you right now, if people try to start bringing up this kind of dumb shit during the streams, you're not going to be here very long.
Banned. Gone. Forever.
Because that's not what the game is about.
And don't you just love it how in every single game that's based on an existing franchise, whether it be Hogwarts, One Piece, whatever, it's like, oh yeah, I'm a huge fan. I used to watch all the anime back in the day. I used to watch the movies. I even read the books. I remember the books. He hops on the bandwagon of whatever and sucks a dick out of whatever franchise it is of the game that's playing. If it's an existing franchise, he always has to be a big fan of it, right? You can't just admit, hey, I'm playing Hogwarts Legacy. I don't know anything about actual Harry Potter. Really, I watched 1 or 2 movies. That was it. Let's just see how the game is or how the series is or anything. No, he's always like, oh yeah, I used to watch and read all the books and everything like that. Bullshit. Because I get the feeling like he probably, outside of like recording his stupid ass outside of recording his stupid like TV show or movie reviews that he's doing now on his React channel, outside of that, he's probably not watching anything except maybe watching Cat play fucking Skyrim for the 45th time, or that one other guy who he was criticizing for playing a Let's Play. But he probably doesn't go out of his way to watch like movies he's never seen before or anything like that. I don't even know if he like has like any favorite movies or TV shows. If you were to ask him right now, what's your favorite TV series or movie, he'd be like, well, you see, and like, because he doesn't want to give any definitive answers on any of this. Because he's not human. He doesn't have any actual favorites.
Fucking agendas are not going to be around to spread that agenda much longer. Okay, so, and by the way, that goes both ways. Because I know there's some people who are like, oh, I support J.K. Rowling. There's others who are, I completely hate J.K. Rowling. I don't care how you feel about J.K. Rowling. The game's not made by J.K. Rowling. Okay?
she still gets money for every copy that was sold, dumbass. So yeah, she has said before, like I said in the other video, she sees every earning and every money that she gets as bolstering her point of view, her opinion. Actually, hold on one second. So yeah, she said before that every income that she gets from all these different royalty checks, right? For every single thing that's Harry Potter related, people are just buying it because they like Harry Potter, not necessarily because they agree with her. But in her warped mind, she views all this income that's coming in as people agreeing with her, right? Well, look what just got posted a little while ago. Her production company reports 74% drop in profits. This isn't necessarily just because of the Hogwarts thing, because obviously still a lot of people played Hogwarts, the game, and like, no big deal, whatever, and like, but it's just ironic that since she views all the money that her profit that she makes as people agreeing with her point of view on being transphobic, and it's ironic that she just lost 74% of drop in profit, so I guess not a lot of people agree with her then, huh? But that's going off topic a little bit.
So we could just separate that, the art from the artist. The artist didn't even make the game, all right?
Again, she still gets profit. And so, like, in some instances, you can separate the art from the artist. In some instances, you can't. And that's based on the individual person, if they can or can't. Honestly, me, I can't. But I never thought the Harry Potter franchise was all that compelling in the first place. There's far better fantasy novels for me. But, I mean, it's up to each individual if you can separate it or not. Right now. But he thinks... Okay. He thinks he's the de facto, and it's like, if I have this opinion, you must also have this opinion. That's not the case. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion on things, right? Like, I'm not going to force my beliefs on other people. You shouldn't force your beliefs on other people either. But he does that all the time. He just assumes, well, because I think it's this way, it has to be this way. I know I don't play WWE Champion, so because I know that, it has to be true. No, because to every other person who looks at any kind of remote evidence, because there's a huge amount of evidence showing that you are playing WWE Champions a lot and spending hundreds of thousands of dollars in it, to anyone else, it looks like that is you and you are guilty of that. So it doesn't matter. Like, let's give him the benefit of the doubt, right? Suppose he doesn't play WWE Champions at all, and that it's not him. All this mound of circumstantial evidence, and yes, it is circumstantial, but this mound of circumstantial evidence still makes it look like he is guilty. So even if he is not guilty of it, and innocent of it, and he's like, oh, I know I am innocent of it, because I know myself that I don't play it, to everyone else, it still looks like you're guilty, though. That's why your word alone is not going to be enough to debunk this, if you want to call it a conspiracy theory. I know he calls it that. If you want to debunk these claims, you got to actually provide some kind of evidence that debunks that disproves that was you. But he doesn't do that. He's just like, take me at my word. I believe it to be true, so it has to be true. So you should think it's true because I believe it to be true. And that's not how their life works. Everyone has their own opinion, Phil. And you're not doing anything to change anyone else's opinions on you.
So, yes, I'm playing Hogwarts Legacy on February 10th. Yes, it should be fun. It's not actually, but it's not the same plots. It's not the same characters. Instead, it's kind of like its own unique deal, and I like that about it. All right, you know what?
Because he hasn't watched any of the movies or read the books,
me, right?
Because he doesn't know any of the characters. So,
Imaginaris Contortums will I cast? Wow! That's
oh my God!
Spell. I know that was really bad. Illuminaris Contraris.
Just stop.
Don't fart on your chairis. All right. Anyway.
Okay, so I will give him that. That was a little funny. That was sort of funny. Like, every once in a while, he can kind of, I mean, obviously, he is, a lot of the times, he is not purposely being funny and we laugh at him, but there's a few times where like he makes a stupid joke here or there, which kind of gets a chuckle from me. That one was kind of weak, but it was okay.
It should be good. Obviously, if the playthrough sounds anything like what I just said, it's going to be comedy.
Alright, so that's it for that one. I haven't watched this one, so I'm just going to quickly brief it. Because I have a list of classic Snort Brunel intro here. I got a list of a few different videos I wanted to look at. This one I just threw in there with it, so.
What the fuck?
Holy
shit. That's an epic fucking intro.
dude. And I have to warn everyone.
Warning.
What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Calls like a seagull says, guys, please, I don't have a membership on DSP Reacts. Wait for Phil to switch over for DSP versus the internet and then gift him over there. Wow. That's some pretty selective asking. Don't help me here. Don't help people here. Help them on the other channel. Personally, you know, for me, hey, support is support. Whether you're supporting here, you're supporting on the React channel, wherever you're supporting, thank you. It all helps tremendously, and I really appreciate that.
Money, money, money. Where's the money? All that matters is more money.
I know that sometimes I'm harsh in chat. It's because I care about you. I hope you don't take it personal. I don't take anything personal unless you're insulting. There's a difference between...
No, he considers any kind of criticism that isn't sucking his dick as taking it personally and being insulting. So even if you have any kind of like harsh criticism, but that isn't insulting, he views it as insulting though.
...and constructive. And being
you have to like literally go out of your way to suck his dick and be like super nice about it. It's like,
for example,
well, maybe you could do something like this, Phil. And he might still even consider that insulting.
You know what? What you did last night was out of line. I didn't like that. Or, you know, today you're really getting hard on like asking for contributions, and we don't like that, and we just want to let you know because you know you asked us to tell you, and
you do that all the time.
I really appreciate that. 100%. Really, really appreciate that kind
of exactly.
Feedback. Not positive feedback, but it's still constructive feedback, and I need it. I need that feedback in order to improve and to grow, and I appreciate everything. Because
I can't tell that I'm begging too much.
Between that constructive feedback and just basically people being nasty, you know, there's a big difference because they're just coming in here to take a jab or an insult. That doesn't help anything. It doesn't help anyone.
But you consider everything to be insults.
Streams are quality. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's not even what you say, but how you say it. You
nice snort.
Like, that's true. That's very truthful. Sometimes two people could say exactly the same thing, and one person says it in one way, someone says another, and it completely hits differently. In one case, it'll have an impact, and in one case, it won't.
I love Hitler. Now I'm being called Hitler. There you go. I'm
like he wants everything super sugar-coated. He can't be like, don't be too nice to me.
What you're watching right now, you can watch
don't be too mean to me.
If you're a channel member here on DSP Reacts, you will have instant access to every stream. Once that stream goes offline, it becomes a members-only archive. So you can watch the content right away in its entirety, unedited, if you're a member. If you're not a channel member, then what I do is I take these videos and I split them up into like...
You see that?
20-25 minute segments, and I upload them over the course of the week slowly. So if you're a member, get instant access to the raw stream.
So he recently started this, right? If you're a member at DSP Reacts, you will get access to the entire DSP Reacts stream. Otherwise, he uploads it in small segments over the course of a week, right? How long has Dark Dave Mears and Raw DSP been around? Years. Like at least 2 or 3 years, right? And they had the entire... They do the whole thing. They have the entire DSP Reacts over on their channel every Friday and Saturday, whatever it is, right? But all of a sudden, when he starts trying to paywall for instant access to his entire DSP React stream, all of a sudden then they get taken down, huh? And we know he took down Raw DSP and Dark Dave Mears because he recently showed his takedown history. So when he was fine with Dark Dave Mears and Raw DSP for a long time, but all of a sudden when he wants to monetize having access to the immediate React stream right then and there for his members, that's when he strikes, because he wants to make more money, and he was afraid that people would just go to Dark Dave Mirrors or Raw DSP and watch the whole react for free there. That's why he waited till now to take down Dark Dave Mirrors and Raw DSP. That's why. Because he wanted to fucking make more money. It always comes down to money for the motivating factor for every single thing that he does.
If you're not, well, watch the video slowly over the course of the week. Okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Now, that's number one. That's change number one, because we've never done that until today was the first week that we're actually doing this.
Because
okay?
I need more
Number
money.
Two, since we have so many members now, 92 and climbing. In fact, I think Sam just became a member, in which case now we're at 93. Okay? Since we have so many members, here's what we're doing. We're going to change up the criteria a little bit, because I want to make it fair for everybody.
Piece of shit.
I don't think that, basically with this many members, that everyone should have an unlimited ability to nominate an unlimited amount of clips. Because what's going to end up happening is...
And that's just it. Even if you spend money to have him watch a clip, he doesn't watch the whole thing anyway. He easily skims and clicks through the entire video to get to the meat of it, because he doesn't want to spend more than like a minute or two per video. So if you send him like any kind of length of a clip, he's not going to watch the whole thing, even though you paid for him to watch the whole thing. So he could very easily miss the funny part of the clip that you sent him. So what's the point? Sorry, I just ate, so trying not to burp in the mic like some people, but like, well, what's the point of even giving him money for him to react to a clip if A, his reactions suck, B, he's not even going to watch the whole damn clip anyway?
People are going to nominate 10, 20, 30 clips, and they'll, people are like, oh, I don't even know if I want to nominate now, because there's so many clips in the thread that I think that, I'm never going to get watched, okay? Just so you guys know, that's not the case this week. There absolutely were 2 or 3 people who were pasting up a ton of videos. I basically picked some of the best ones, but I absolutely did not pick more than just a few videos from each person. Seriously, like maybe 2, 3 videos from each person tops. I didn't pick like 5, 10 videos from one person, just so you know. Also, a lot of the videos had similar themes. Like if you're watching a fails video, I picked one. I didn't pick fail compilation, fail compilation, fail compilation. It was just one fail compilation for the week, you see? So it's gonna be, I gotta do some work in that regard to make sure that there's not repetition and there's not too much that gets over-selected or someone gets too much attention, okay? But
Oh my god, he's drinking donations.
moving forward, we're going to change the criteria a little bit. If you are a channel member, first of all, if you're an ultra member, you're still guaranteed to get 1 video watched for sure a week. Well, every week you get 1 video guaranteed.
The whole video, okay? Or just a little bit of it?
If you're a standard level channel member, you will get to nominate your 3 favorite videos
Get
of the
your
week
piggy hoof out of my face.
It's only possibly. It's not guaranteed they're going to be watched, but nominate your 3 favorites, okay? And then based on your 3 favorites, I'll look at everything and I'll maybe pick
Stop picking
one
your
of
face.
Your 3 favorite videos to be watched on the show. There may be some situations where maybe two will be watched. If you hit it out of the park like a home run, maybe I will watch all 3. All right?
Look at him rocking so much. He can't even look straight at the camera.
Per week.
That's how you know he's lying. Is like he's just moving his eyes over and all over the place, except looking at the camera.
I'll never even get through it. All right, I won't. I'll never even get through it. I won't be able to review it. Okay, so please moving.
Maybe we should like put like he should like glue a pair of googly eyes onto his webcam so he can make eye contact with the camera. Cause like, I mean, that would at least help you lie a little bit better if you're looking directly at the people.
Only 3 a week.
Now I look like I'm in the Village People. I really do with this outfit, denim vest and a random ass like military hat. Looks like whoa. Yeah.
You mean a Hitler hat?
Did I enjoy Breakback Mountain movie? What the fuck is that, Chicken Man? What are you talking about? Ah.
If you're thinking of tipping today, I would recommend the earlier you tip, the better. Here's why. If we hit the tips goal of $100, then we're gonna have more time for people to vote and for me to wear the hat. Remember that I do shout outs between the parts. So it's gonna be about another 30 minutes before I do any more shout outs. And, therefore, tallying up tips and everything, okay? So, but I'm just saying, not asking for anything. So if you were thinking of tipping, please do it as soon as possible. I would love to have the hat for you guys and give you guys the opportunity to vote and have time to pick what you want on the stream, okay? All right, so.
But that one also, I just got a pop-up saying, oh, copyright. Dude, I don't know. Like, everything this week is getting claimed.
Should be all right. I didn't get a copyright strike or anything like that. Let me double check that, but I'm pretty sure I didn't get a copyright strike.
I'm sure you're gonna be getting some now, though, huh?
for the stupid darts. Of all things, I never would have thought that darts video would have been the thing. Seriously, that's just silly. But I don't know what else to say. It's just really ridiculous. Right? Are you guys ready to continue? Because we have a half an hour left, so we should have just enough time to finish the show. Okay? Alright, everyone, welcome to the final part of DSP versus the Internet for April 1st, 2023. No, it's not an April Fool's joke. When I was live streaming that last part, it got taken down on YouTube for copyright. Now, I think it was from the darts video we were watching that literally was like a minute and a half of darts coverage. That person. They become, like, jealous, right? Like, they become this mentality that, oh, because they succeeded in life, you know, more so than you, that now it's almost like they're your enemy, right? Like, now you're...
Oh, right, I remember this.
Because they were doing better or in a position to do better, right? I don't
He
know
can't
why
ever admit or
freaking
accept
50
fault
Cent song
in anything that
popped in
he
my head.
does.
Didn't he say a line in that song where he's like, I thought
They
you'd be happy
weren't...
that I blew up or
They
something
didn't
like
end
that?
their friendship
Right?
with
Didn't he have
him
that line
because of something he
where
did. They ended their
basically, I guess, the
friendship
lyric
was
is that
because
he thought that all his
they
friends would
were
be happy
jealous
that
of him.
I thought that you'd be
That's
happy
not
I
the
made it.
case.
That's the line.
They
I
were
thought that
upset
you'd be
because of
happy I
how
made it.
he
But
acted
then
and how
in
he
reality,
treated
that's
them.
not what happened, is that all his friends from back where he came from turned against him and hate him because he blew up and became successful. They don't like him anymore, right? Right? And I mean, did that happen to me? Here's the funny part. I don't know. Very well that could have been. You know, you take a look at my past and some of the people who I used to be friendly with, and then they basically turned on me and hated me after I moved. And then they said, oh, Phil did
Yeah,
this,
exactly,
Phil did
Snort.
that, Phil did this, Phil did that. And that's fine, so they never told me the stuff that I was doing wrong. So how do you ever improve when you didn't know about it? Maybe that's part of it.
You
Maybe they
should have
thought, oh,
known. How
here's a
hard
guy
is it
who
to
went
realize that
along
you're
with us,
treating him
he
like
was a Street
shit?
Fighter player, and, you know, he decided to become a YouTuber, and he blows up on YouTube, and now he changes, he's successful, he's moving across the country.
They weren't
You know, away
jealous
from
of you,
us.
dumbass.
Maybe that was part of it. Maybe not. You know, you'll never know. You'll never be able to go inside the actual mind of someone and know what's going on.
The king of hate. You have no respect for people that are alive, that for fucking people that are dead. You don't give a shit about anybody but yourself.
Once you go to the dark side, it's hard to go back from that. You know what I'm saying?
But the guy makes an interesting point. If you know someone who ends up becoming successful, why would you want to bring them down or feel bad? You know what I'm saying? Like, feel bad towards them. Again, I think that lyric actually resonates with me. I thought that you'd be happy.
Because you treated them
You know,
like
you don't
shit.
even
It's
friendly
not
with
anything
a
about
family member.
them being
And then
jealous
all of a
of
sudden,
you.
just because someone has a modicum of success
Oh
that
my
you
God.
don't have, now they're your
But,
enemy.
like, in
Now you
his
turn on
mind,
them,
he
now you
can't
hate them.
ever comprehend that he
Um,
actually ever did something bad,
that's kinda messed
or
up,
that something
right?
was the cause of him.
But,
like,
you know, to some extent,
no,
the other
it's
way
all
too.
because of
Maybe
what you
people
did.
look at you like they think that you're someone who
Not
stepped
some
on them
outside factor.
to get to where you are, and that's why they have that
Typical
resentment,
narcissist.
right? You stepped on me to get to the level of success you're at, and now you're just going to leave me behind, right? You know, I had those conversations with someone like John Rambo. I had that conversation with him before I moved. And for him, his mentality was, no, just do what's best for you. All right. But, you know, things happened as they happened.
Because he
right?
was done
So,
with you at
who
that
knows?
point.
I mean,
That's
I don't really
why.
know the truth. We've heard his side, you've heard my side. Usually the truth lies somewhere in the middle, right? But that's pretty crazy.
I'm
right?
more likely to trust
Anyway.
John Rambo
Not
over
John
you.
Rambo
Sorry.
again. Fucking John Rambo is such a piece of shit. I hate
What?
that guy. All right, guys, thank you so much. Great show this week. Thank you for all the submissions. Thank you for all the support. Thanks for the memberships. Until next week, DSP versus the Internet signing off. I'll see you then. Okay. All right, guys, that was fun. That was a good stream. I apologize because obviously the thing got derailed by the freaking stream getting shut down, having to make a new one, right?
Right.
I have no idea why this stream is so slow. Yeah, it was one of the slowest streams I've ever done.
Alright, that's it for that one. This is a short one. We'll watch this, and then we have one
It
more.
says, I'm just going to watch someone else's work all day. That's all I'm going to do, and just watch this video. And I'm just going to talk over it. And I don't really have much to add. I'm going to make a joke every once in a while, or have a reactionary face like, stupid reaction, or whatever, right? I don't think that that's valid content, and I never have. And I've told you guys that.
My, how times have changed, huh?
And
But I'm
everyone does it, by
changing
the
as a
way. Take
content
look at
creator,
any content creator, from the
guys.
smallest to the small to the biggest to the big. When they have a day when they just don't want to do any work, they do a react video. Okay, it's called lazy, right? I'm serious. If I reached
Oh god, he's doing one of those
person out
stupid
there
face
today,
filter
what I just
things.
said, then at least I've done my job. I feel. I hope I did. I hope one person out there will listen to reason and be like, Phil's got a point. You know, this shit has to stop.
Man, the filter made his nose look big. Now he looks almost like John.
For personal benefit. His trolls do it. The PKA guys, Keemstar, they're all just constantly doing it to him. And it's like the same. It's probably the same. I bet Boogie has the same story. And for me, it's my trolls. It's them. It's constant exploitation, constant benefit off of the misery of someone else. It's
Not many people are actually benefiting off you. It's very few amount of people who are actually getting paid any kind of decent, remotely decent amount of money in doing this. We're not doing this for money. We're doing this because of how much of an asshole you are. I don't get any money from doing this. This is just a stupid little hobby I started recently. Because I've been watching you for years, you just continue to prove time and time again how much of a piece of shit you really are.
That I really can't trust people on YouTube, man.
And everyone has their own takes and just how shitty of a person you are. And a different point of view. We're all coming from different experiences.
I was like, dude, how many times do you have to get burned before you realize this is never going to end well, right? Man. All right, guys. Well, that is it. All right. That is it for my reacting to the continual fall of Wings of Redemption. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, thanks for watching. Consider giving the video a like, the whole series a like, maybe leaving some comments on the videos. All right. Let me know what you think. I'm sure people will vastly disagree with me on this subject. All right. And that's okay if you do.
Vastly disagreeing with this filter that's on right now.
I really appreciate that. And, you know, thank you very much for that. Really, thank you. And,
you're worthless human
I also
for the
want
views.
opinions on what's the next one I should do. A lot of people say you shouldn't do these drama videos anymore. Fine, then tell me what you want. Because I ask, and
because I can't come up with any content on my own. I need you guys to do the work for me, guys.
But let me know what you want, so that way we can actually do something interesting. All right. Again, leave comments. You know how to hit me up. There's many ways you can reach me on my streams and stuff.
On my email.
Fair enough. Andrew did a super chase. Is hearing that you hear about wings is sweet. If you feel like it, I mean, I'm just, for me, it's just human. It's human empathy. I've been.
Oh, like you have empathy for fucking anyone. Shut up.
A lot of these things, and it's like seeing him.
You're sucking up to him to try to like have some kind of comradeship, and you want him on your show one of these days.
Again.
Which that was a whole mess.
And then the people jumping
because he couldn't even give him a temporary mod in his secondary channel.
It becomes unfucking bearable at some point, you know. All right, everyone. Thank you for watching one more time. Again, thanks, and please leave suggestions. Until next time, Phil signing out. Peace out. Be at peace. They say, be at peace.
What the fuck?
See you later. All right, guys. We got the react done. I still got a little bit of extra time, so we can kind of do a little Q&A here at the end. If so, you would choose to do so with me. It's up to you. You don't have to. But I would like to do a little bit of decompression with you guys here at the tail end.
Decompression.
If you have anything. I guess
but side scrollers, they're not allowed to do any kind of decompression stream, though, huh?
Last chance, because I'll probably stick around till roughly 8 p.m. And then I'll get to uploading and my daily shit, you know, my daily rap and all of that. And by the way, tomorrow we're back to regular schedule of gameplay, okay? But anyone who wants to stick around, hang out, talk, chat, let's do it, okay? And here we go. I'm going to start recording right now. Here we go. Whew, all right, guys. It's been a wild ride.
What
right?
a faker.
It's been a wild ride
Jesus.
Today. We got through the entire react of the continual fall of Wings of Redemption here on DSP Reacts. I said my piece on it, and I hope that people enjoyed it.
No one cares.
Got something out of it. I'm actually closing my console right now, which is what you're hearing. You know, and now we have a little bit of extra time to kind of just hang out and chill. So for those who are still here,
I still can't believe he's doing these reacts by watching it through his Xbox Series X instead of sitting at his computer and doing it that way. How hard is it to do it that way? Really? Like, that's like all you need to do is display capture on OBS. It's like the easiest thing. But instead he wants to run it through his capture card for his Xbox Series X. Just what? Like, you can move that chair, you know. That chair is not bolted to the ground. You can just wheel that freaking chair over to your desktop. Are you afraid of us seeing something that might be on your computer, Phil?
Q&A and talk a little bit. And, you know, any last-minute support obviously would be greatly appreciated. This was my only stream today. It's been going on forever. but I'll stick around a little bit longer. So how about
It's
this?
a stream that never ends.
The viewers choose what they want to talk about. I don't know if they want to talk about the react I just did. They want to talk about other stuff. Tag me in the chat and let me know what you want to talk about. Let's see what people come up with here. All right? Let's see.
Again, relying on your viewers to provide content
Chinese food. I'm not
for
hungry.
you.
I had a lot of Chinese food earlier.
He doesn't even make his own damn content anymore.
When I say I have a temper, I would say in this day and age,
he really is
my
a
temper
content
more
catalyst.
actually gravitated towards games. Like if I get really angry at a part of a game or whatever, maybe I'll get hot under the collar a little bit. I don't really get angry towards people or situations that much anymore. I used to be very angry.
No, of course not. Not anymore. Stop watching Keemstar.
The reason why I said and did a lot of dumb shit back in the day. But today I don't think.
Alright, that's it for that one. Alright, we have the last video for this video. And boy, is it an interesting one. Phil basically, well, you'll see, but he basically tries to convert to Muslim. Obviously not, but he's using it.
Huh. I'll learn something every day.
This one's a little low. Maybe I'll turn the volume up a bit.
How many bugs attack them when they're trying to dance out here? It's real. Because these music videos, anything with music tends to get massive claim. I think the only reason I'm not getting a claim right now on the stream is because it's so fast. You see how fast it is? It's like maybe 10-15 seconds of each song and it's moving to the next. If we just sit here and watch a video, that we've tried that before, and these streams get taken down. Like it says, oh, warning, it's about to get taken down. So that's fascinating. But I don't want to go any further. I really don't want to go any further because I'm afraid that we keep going and we'll get claimed. But so far, we actually got halfway through the video and it didn't get claimed, which is remarkable. I would say this one's mid. It's interesting to me. Why?
Fucking stop saying mid. You're too fucking old to be saying that. I'm too old to be saying that, so you definitely shouldn't be saying that.
I don't care. I get it. If you're not into K-pop, it's probably not something you're going to understand. All right. Now, I have to preface the next video before we watch it. All right?
Oh, boy.
Yes, the next video we're about to watch has religious content in it. As you know, I leave religion out of my content. All right? I do. And I don't want anyone to be offended because there is some religious content we're about to watch. However, we're going to watch it from an objective standpoint, meaning if you take the religion out of it and you listen to the actual themes that are being discussed, I think that it actually is more philosophical than anything else. And if you approach it from that perspective...
What, religion being philosophical? No, I never.
When I was in university, in college...
Oh my
gosh.
I
took a course that was world religions. It was taught by an actual Jesuit priest, so someone who believed in Catholicism and all of that. But as he taught the course, he basically let us know...
Isn't a Jesuit priest Jewish? Not Catholicism? Not Christianity? It's Judaism, right? Am I wrong? Like, I don't know a whole lot about Judaism, but I'm pretty sure Jesuit means, like, Jewish, not freaking Catholicism.
That all religions basically have general commonalities between them. Most of them, anyway. And if you actually just follow the common morals, the differences between the religions are the actual characters and stories in them, but the general rules are almost the same. Like the things that you would learn about life and the human condition.
No shit? Doesn't everyone know that? Right? Like, okay, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be super spiritual on here. There is a movement called omnism, which means that, like, there's a little bit of truth in every single religion. So, like, and basically, they all have the same morals. It's basically just like, don't be an asshole to other people. Kind of focus on yourself. Try to help, like, uplift other people. Just generally don't be a dick, right? That's the general morals all these different religions kind of preach. It's all, like, you obviously get the lore part if we're talking, like, in a video game where it's, like, the stories differ little by little. But, like, there are also a lot of commonalities with all of them, especially, like, the biblical kind of, like you look at the Bible, for instance, because I'm more I grew up Christian, I'm not anymore, but, like, obviously the whole story of like Noah and the biblical flood, that's been in almost every that's like that's a general story of a giant flooding kind of thing, and only a few people being saved. There's a story like that in almost every single ancient culture that we know of. Every ancient culture, ancient civilization has some sort of story like that. A lot of stories do. So these religions just take these myths or ancient stories from all these different ancient civilizations and kind of work it into their own religion, right? So it's like they all, like as Phil likes to say, there's a nugget of truth in every single religion, and really the only differences are kind of smaller, minute, stricter things where it's like, oh, is this character like a prophet, or is it the son of a god, or whatever, like smaller things like that, or if they believe in like taking communion or not, that kind of thing, or specific details on like heaven and hell and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm pretty sure a lot of people kind of know generally the morals for all these different religions are basically the same. Just like generally just don't be a total asshole. And it's ironic because a lot of people get wrapped up in the smaller minutiae of the different religions. Like, especially like evangelicals and conservative Christians, where it's like get wrapped up in the Older Testament stuff instead of practicing what Jesus actually taught. Like, there's a New Testament for a reason. Maybe we should focus on the New Testament and what Jesus actually said and not get caught up on this Older Testament that was literally written to control people back then. But I digress about that. But yeah, the general thing is like just morals are all relatively the same, and there's like bits of truth in every single religion, and if you like can quantify and discern the bits of truth in all of them, it would equal out to be the same story, the same ideals across all these different even the ancient religions. Kind of that's like, is he just figuring this out now?
So what we're going to do is we're going to watch this, and we're probably not watching the whole thing. We'll probably watch a few minutes of it, but I had to preface this one because I don't want people to get offended. No, this is not me watching religion and believing in this religion. I'm not saying this religion is good, bad, or the right one. We're not approaching it from that perspective.
He's so sensitive.
With an open mind on DSP versus the internet, okay? No musical instruments are used in their videos. That's good to know. We want to skip to the actual content. Here we go.
الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. My brothers and sisters, sometimes ignorant people communicate with us. They try to attack us so that we respond and react. And when we...
I can't imagine what he's talking about. Absolutely no one on the internet ever says anything negative about me. And no, do they never try to goad me into any kind of a reaction whatsoever. This is completely outside of the realm of anything that I'm familiar with. So, I mean, this is... Do you see? Like, literally, the first statement the guy makes has nothing to do with religion, and 100% is correct to my whole life situation. You know what I'm saying? So, let's continue.
React, they can do something that would be harmful to us and blame us for it.
Yeah.
To word it simply.
Oh, that's totally never happened to me. That's totally never happened to me.
What we need to know, these are called al-jahilun, the ignorant ones, the people who it's not worth talking to.
Interesting.
Now, many times when a problem happens and when you have people who are toxic, sometimes initially you might want to try with them at the beginning to see to what
he's
level
talking
that
about you, Phil. He's not
is.
talking about your
You might want to see
detractors.
if you can help them, because we're always taught to help people. But if they are affecting you negatively and you're becoming stressed about it and it's affecting your life and you can't sleep and it's really bothering you, there is no harm in minimizing, almost cutting them off, and in some cases cutting them off completely.
Look at his fucking face.
Wow. Wait a minute. Now, I'm telling you, I didn't pre-watch this video. I did not.
Bullshit.
I wanted to know what it was.
You definitely pre-watched this.
Is he not literally speaking exactly to my situation.
No,
and
he's
to many people's situation.
He's speaking in generalities. That's kind of what religions do. They speak in like a generality to relate it to you. But he is so narcissist, he's literally thinking he's just talking specifically to him. When he doesn't realize, like, yeah, like, that's the whole point of human perspective. Anyone could take this and see that, oh yeah, it's talking about me. And, like, I could see that as him talking about me, about you being the toxic person, just as you can see it about me being the toxic person to you. That's, like, human perspective. That's religion in a nutshell. They just force, like, different perspectives. It's generalized for the general, like, people, you know? It's not specifically talking about you, but you're going to be a narcissist. Ignore any of the actual, like, spiritual actual teachings that would help you be a better person, and just focus solely on, oh, these negative toxic people and cutting them out of your life, which you should cut negative people out of your life. I agree, but he's not going to do that, and he's not going to focus on actually, like, any of the words of him, like, of how he can be better himself, because he already thinks he's the best. He's just focusing on this.
Let's be honest here, right? Like, he is literally speaking directly to me in this clip. 1,000,000%.
It's called generalities.
It, right? Like, you would think, oh, this is going to be something religious or whatever, and you're listening to it like, wait a minute. This is exactly to the situations that I have been in the last 5 to 10 years of my life. People attacking me, being toxic to me. I don't really understand why, because I don't even know who they are, nor do I want to get involved in it. And it seems like every time that I try to speak up or get involved with these people, all they do is they use it as an avenue to further attack or get personal benefit from attacking me.
And I'm trying to place why this particular video pisses me off so much. And I can't really place it. I think it's because, like, obviously, like, Islam and, like, the people in it actually face actual oppression, and, like, Phil does not, you know? So he's obviously like, relating in his mind, right? But, like, at the same time, you are not an oppressed person. You are not a minority. You've never been oppressed for your beliefs whatsoever. He is the ideal of white male privilege, right? And I hate being like, oh, male privilege this and super leftist and being woke and all that shit, right? But let's be fair. Phil has never been oppressed a day in his damn life. You got people criticizing him, but we're not going out to physically harm him or take away his rights. Right now, across all of America, there are bills being placed or have been placed to try to take away transgender people's rights, to take away LGBT people's rights, to take away women's rights. And that's something I don't agree with in Islam, is how they treat their women. But other than that, like, he probably doesn't even realize or know that, like, Islam worships the same God as, like, Christians do or Jews do. Like, Allah, the Jewish God, the Christian God, they're all the same God. It's just different viewpoints of how to worship the same being. Elohim, I can't pronounce it very good, or Yeshua. It's all the same being with different names and different viewpoints, right? But he doesn't even realize that. He just thinks it's a drastically different religion. And like, that's the thing that gets me, is just the whole audacity of this man who was born in so much privilege, never been oppressed a day in his life for anything he believed, or just for him being himself or anything like that. Yes, you've been criticized. Yes, some people went a little too far. But that's because, like, I'm not advocating for people who go too far. I'm one who just, like, wants to sit back and laugh at this guy. And I'm not doing it to be a dick. Like, deep down, I want him to get better. I want him to recognize the faults that he has and get help and become a better person, right? I don't think that's going to happen, but that would be nice if it did. I kind of want that for him so he can actually turn his life around and not be the toxic piece of shit that he is sometimes. But he never learns from any of the mistakes, no matter how often we point it out. And his narcissism, the fact that he is so delusional, he lives in his own reality. And so narcissist that to the point where it's like, this man is speaking from his heart and speaking in generalities that could apply to anyone specifically, not being specific about things and just speaking in generalities like a lot of religions do. And Phil thinks he's only talking to him, that it's only about him, that it's like specifically about him.
And essentially what he's saying is you get to that point where you realize no matter what you really try to do, you're not going to really be able to get through to those people. You just got to cut them off. The sad part is, this, for me, I hate to say it, this is almost the majority of people who know about me. You know what I mean? Like, this is almost 100% of the people on YouTube who ever learn about Darkside Phil. They learn about me in such a toxic, negative way, and they don't want to have discussion. They don't want to have anything of intelligence. They just want to...
Anything of intelligence? I'll have a talk with you, Phil. I'm open. I'll come. You, like, come on. Like, I'll have a stream, and we can have an interview, and it won't be like side-scrollers. I'll even be nice to you and everything like that, and we can have an open discussion. But you aren't going to do that.
Believe all the bad. They don't want to give me a shot with anything that's good. And essentially, they just want to say, oh, well, too bad. Because now we can dance on your grave, and we don't care because we're all having a great time on it, right? We're getting personal benefit from it. And he's saying just cut them off.
Yeah, but you don't, do you? Ignore us then. Actually cut us off, and you'd be a lot better for you. Do you know how much more successful he would be if, like, he never talked about trolls, never brought it up, never focused on it, never cry sympathy? It's like, oh, my life sucks, wah, like, all these trolls are affecting me. No, if you just, like, actually cut it off, right? Actually, like, appreciated your fans, did your own thing, play games that you actually wanted to play and not like rely on the chat to help you out with that, and never focused on the negative, and just like actually like how much better of a player of a let's player he would be, or content creator, or whatever you want to call it. But he doesn't do that. He has to talk about the trolls. He has to use the trolls as a scapegoat to make himself seem like the victim, to cry for more money, to cry for more attention. That's what he does. But if he actually followed this man's advice, which he never does, he would be so much better off mentally and physically. Well, maybe not physically, but like mentally, spiritually, with his business even. But he doesn't do that. He's never going to actually cut off the trolls or stop talking about it and ignore them. How long have people been telling him to ignore the trolls and he never does?
I think he's got a point, okay?
So we need to know this because I want to heal. How can I heal when people keep attacking me? How can I heal when I'm facing the same challenges from the same people all the time? I need to get out of this.
How can I ever improve as a person, as a content creator?
That's why. That's why it's pissing me off. He's using this to play the victim again. That's why it's irritating me so much. This man is like, he's speaking the truth. I mean, yeah, it's in generalities, but it's still speaking so that anyone can understand it. It's a very good message that he's preaching. How are you going to heal from this, Phil? By cutting people off. But you're not cutting people off. You are just using this as a thinly veiled excuse to play the victim again and again, like you always do, to try to, like, drum up more support and more sympathy and more pity for you. And that's not how you heal. That's not you cutting off these negative, toxic people that we supposedly are. You're not doing that. You're not actually following his advice like you're saying.
Constantly of the things that I've done wrong, and I'm trying to heal and change and better myself from.
Are you? I don't see it. You're doing the same thing.
Did I make this video? No, I did not. I swear that's not me in disguise. I swear to God.
That would be hilarious. You wish you could grow a beard like that. You wish you could grow facial hair that way.
Hitting every point that I've tried to make over the last several years. You understand?
You know, sometimes it's a family member, sometimes it's a parent, sometimes it's a child, sometimes it's a sibling, like I said, a family member, sometimes friends, associates, these people. At times, if you really are being affected and your mental well-being is affected, you may need to take a step or two back or more. So Allah Almighty tells us, Surah Al-A'raf, verse number 199, خذ العفو وأمر بالعرف وأعرض عن الجاهلين. Allah speaks and addresses Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He speaks to him and says, you know what? Forgive them.
That's crazy how he goes in and out of it like that. He completely goes reversed. I have no idea what he's saying, and he rolls right back into perfect English. Like, whoa.
It's crazy that he's multilingual and can speak in 2 different languages. Isn't that weird? He is so smart for doing that. I mean, he is. Because it actually takes, like, intelligence and, like, effort to actually learn a different language. But, like, you act like you've never seen that before in your life. Like, a lot of people can speak 2 different languages. And what do you call or talk about those people? You consider them foreigners and that they should get out of your country. I mean, I'm speaking generally, and insult them for not making your fucking DoorDash in time and having it be cold or something. Oh, he spoke with a foreign accent. He can't figure out how to get into my gated community.
You instructing
when they are smarter than you,
which is good, and turn away from those who are al-jahilin. And what we said, jahil is an ignorant person, one who is toxic. You know,
So ignore all these people who want to
which
be toxic,
you're not going to do, and you haven't done.
Cause all this pain for me, who only want to dwell on the mistakes of the past and only focus on the good. Me and my content, and you guys who chill with me every single day on my streams and want to believe in the betterment of persons on the internet, including me, that I can become a better person, a better content creator. Focus on the future and the positivity.
You could become a better content creator, Phil, and I will be right there to congratulate you if you ever do. But as of right now, I have not seen that happen. You haven't actually changed.
Out the negative. Sounds pretty darn right on the money, doesn't it? Sounds pretty damn pertinent.
Doesn't mean the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was told not to talk to them, but he was told to turn away from them, meaning don't take seriously their negativity. Not at all. Because they know deep down you're the messenger. They know what's right and wrong in most cases, but they're either arrogant or they're deceptive or they're...
I don't know anyone on the internet who's ever been arrogant or deceptive towards me. Let me
I know you being arrogant and deceptive towards others.
Fucking shit, this is dead on correct.
Oh my gosh.
Corrupt.
Corrupt.
So that is the message to Muhammad.
Yes, we're all. I'm corrupt, right? I've been corrupted.
Where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَإِذَا خَاطَبَهُمُ الْجَاهِلُونَ قَالُوا سَلَامًا.
The
good believers, the ones who are worshipping the most merciful. When
I will say that, I don't know a whole lot about Islam or whatever, but their language really is beautiful.
the ignorant address them, the only words they have for them is peace. Peace. It's okay. They swear you, peace. They accuse you, peace. They say something bad about you, peace. Slander, peace.
Are you going to do that, Phil? Are you going to say peace when they slander you? When I'm talking about you, are you going to comment on this and say peace be with you? Or ignore me? Even? You should ignore me or just say peace, but you're not gonna.
When we were young, we used to say, you know, sticks and stones would
You
hurt my
internalize
bones.
everything that's said to you, and you
words
shouldn't.
wouldn't do anything to us. That's not true. Words hurt a lot of people. And
words hurt people, especially someone who has an online business, someone who has an online persona. Like I have to operate online.
Do you have to?
What I do is online.
You don't have to.
It's not in person. Maybe if I had a brick and mortar business, the words wouldn't matter. But online, this shit matters. All the stuff that people say.
If you were actually in charge of a brick and mortar shop, I don't think that would even get off the ground, let alone actually open for business. But
you know,
actually caused tremendous pain to a lot of people. Let's change that. let's go back to what Allah's saying. When these people address you, you don't need to actually become so emotional about what they've said. It's okay, discount it. They're showing themselves and their own level, not yours. There's
Again, I think it sounds like this guy's quoting me. Does it not?
No, it
But
doesn't.
You guys understand? This
You've
is what
never
this is
said
what I'm
anything
going
like
through.
this.
And this is someone who has absolutely no idea who I am, who has absolutely no idea
The
what I've been
gall
through,
of this
and
man.
just on his level from what he knows. And he's coming at it from a religious perspective, but this can be approached from any perspective in life, just as humans, right? That this is a commonality.
Maybe you should
See
actually
what I'm
take his
saying?
advice to heart and actually follow
Pretty
it.
crazy. It's pretty crazy
Instead of
that someone from
ignoring
the
it
outside
and
who has
doing the
absolutely
opposite.
Nothing to do with me. That what he's saying is dead on my situation and can be applied to it, and it's correct in my opinion. So, what I should be doing when all this nonsense is constantly going on, all right, and all these people are being nasty to me, what I should actually be saying is, peace. Be at peace.
But you're not gonna do that.
That's it.
You haven't done
know?
that. Have
When
I
Keemstar does
seen?
another nasty post about me on his?
Have I seen? Oh my God! Let me bring that back a second. Hold on. But before I do that, when was the last? Have I missed some? Like maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I didn't see a clip or something. But I have not seen him say that a single time. I will always see him be toxic, reacting to every single negativity thing that has been spoken about him. And I have not seen him done this once. I'm like, maybe we should actually take his advice.
Nonsense is constantly going on, all right, and all these people are being nasty to me. What I should actually be saying is, peace. Be at peace. That's it. You know, when Keemstar does another nasty post about me on his Twitter because I won't give him the time of day. When another person wants to make a nasty, slanderous video. Or
Oh
vlog
my
or a
gosh.
stream,
When Keemstar for no reason is shitting on you, right, Phil?
and that has to be my approach moving forward. So you have to understand something now. And this is, I'm kind of laying down the law because I have recently in the last
I'm
week.
laying down the law. My God.
Is said about me, I'm going to ignore it completely. I'm not going to address
Are
it.
you?
I don't have to defend myself because there's no point. The people who are accusing me of this horrible stuff don't care about the truth anyway. All they want to do is regurgitate the same negative memes so they benefit. They want to regurgitate the toxicity. They don't want to believe that someone could improve or carry on better from the past. They just want to live in the past and revel in the mistakes of the past.
Let's go on a little field trip. This was March 25th. We're going on a trip. March 25th, huh?
You will never...
Oh, right at the Hail Hitler part. So what he's talking about is after. So this reaction here is after the side scholars interview, huh? Yeah. So he's just like, he tried defending himself. He couldn't convince anyone that he could defend himself. So we are now supposedly gonna ignore everyone that says anything bad about him, right? We're just gonna ignore everyone, huh? I mean, you should. He should ignore everyone. You should take your own take this man's advice, Phil. Listen to this man right here. He is trying to help you, but you're not gonna listen to his advice. You are just taking this, using this as a quick, easy sympathy bonus to try to garner sympathy and pity and play the victim card yet again and make this all about you when it's not. You know nothing about actually being oppressed, Phil. You really don't. But, like, you should take his advice. Ignore what people say about you. Just do your own thing. You should have been doing this from day one. But you don't. You always speak out about this and that and, like, care about what the trolls say.
Therefore, it's this simple, okay? Peace. Be at peace. Leave me alone. I'm going to ignore you from now on. I'm done with it. All right? So that's as far as we'll go. I don't know if it gets any... It probably gets more religious the further in you head, you would think. But how crazy is it, right, that something completely outside of anything that I would have ever watched or any, you know, and I'm watching it, it's like, wow, it 1,000,000% applies. Right? But of course, people would describe, oh, it's nonsense. It's okay, whatever you say.
Who's saying it's nonsense? He has a good point.
like some people know what they're talking
And you're
about.
not gonna take it to heart, are you? When was the last time you said peace and ignored what people are saying about you? Huh? But no, you're just taking what that man said, trying to function it till... I already said it, but yeah, it's just irritates the hell out of me. It really does. Phil, you don't have the discipline to be religious, I don't think. Any religion, if it's Islam or... I'm like, I know some people were watching that. It's like, oh, Phil's gonna convert to Islam. He doesn't have the self-discipline to do that. He really doesn't. I don't think he believes, like, I mean, and that's like, that's fair. You don't have to believe in a religion or worship a religion. Like, my spiritual views, like, don't really follow any specific organized religion, but I feel like even the negative people in our lives serve a purpose to us. The negative people in our lives, like the man was right. You should ignore them, but at the same time, they're there for a specific reason to, like, either show us a contrast, to verify the way we feel about things. And we should, even though we don't agree with people who have different viewpoints in lives, we should at least acknowledge that they exist and be grateful that they exist to show different points of view in our lives and to show us that, hey, we are on the right track where we are in our spiritual journey. And thank you for showing me that kind of thing. I'm not voicing it very good, but it's generally kind of like that. But he was pretty right. Like, but you're not, but I mean, I've seen videos after this react, and you have not been ignoring us. You haven't been saying peace or taking anything that man said to heart, Phil. You really haven't. And it just, that clip really, it irritated me for some reason. And like I said, I think it's just because, like, this man who's grown up in all the privilege takes everything for granted. But that's it for this video. I'm probably going to make another one after this, but that's a preview. But yeah, until next time.